Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are in OMSI-2, and this is basically just a quick tutorial for any newcomers to OMSI who might need a bit of help just setting up their routes and selecting their vehicle. So what I'm going to do is, assuming that you've only got the default map without any extra DLC, we'll start off with Berlin Spandau, and the first thing you've got to do is load map without buses. Very important. So select load map without buses. When you've done that, you're going to select the date and time. So we're going to change to 1994. And the reason being is because if you look down here in the bottom right, you'll see that you've got from 1986 to 1994, you'll have buses 92, 137 on a particular route, and you'll have the 5 and the 130 on another route. So the route we're going to be taking is the 92/137, but because we want 137, we need to check 1994. I think 1991 onwards up to 94. Anything before that you'd need to select line 92. So we're going to change the date and time by clicking the change time there. We're going to select the current time, so it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to select 1991, let's do it on the safe side, 94. We pick a Tuesday, so we've got the 5th of April 1994, okay, click OK. And let's click start. Now, for some reason I've got a black screen behind my table, but what you need to do is pick the starting position. So we're going to be picking Stradagranzi, Bergstrasse, Hamburg. The reason there's 3 names there is because they've changed name over the years. So it's now called Hamburg in 91. Click that. Click OK. Alright guys, so OMSI loaded, and we are now at the starting position where we're going to start the route and select our vehicle. So, select the ALT button on your keyboard, and we're going to select our bus. You click that icon. The game will look like it's frozen. Right, we've got the vehicle table up. Don't know why I've got a black screen behind mine, but no problem. So what we do now is we want to select the vehicle. You've got to select the right vehicle for the right map. But of course, if you've just bought OMSI and you don't have any DLC, you won't have a problem with that. So you need to make sure that you select the man bus. Where are we? Man. And the default bus that comes with Spandau, Berlin Spandau, will be the SD buses. So that one there, we could drive it on this map, I suppose, but it's too modern. That comes from Berlin X10, that bus. So we now need to select the type. There we are. So we've got the SD202D91 with a ticket printer. Okay, Spandau 92 map. That's your depot. You can change the appearance, meaning you can change the livery on the bus just by dropping that menu down. We're just going to leave it at that. Then click OK. And then just make sure you're at the correct stop. That's what we selected at the beginning. And there we are. The bus has loaded. There's our bus. Got one in front of us. Okay. Now I'm just going to show you a PDF map. And this is where we're going to be starting from. We've set the bus let's have a look. Here we are. We're right down here. This is where we're starting from. We set the bus here. It's Hannenberg. It was known as Heerstraße, Stradagranz. Then it changed in 91 to Bergstraße, and then in 94 it changed again to Hannenberg. So that's where we are now. We set the bus there. This green line donates where the Berlin Wall used to be, or east and west. And if we zoom out, you get a good overview of the map. You get a really good drive from this. So our 137 line is going to take us all the way from down here, right through the centre of Spandau there, and right up past where Berlin Wall would have been, because it's knocked down, remember, by this time, and we can go right ahead to Falkensee. Otherwise, the 92 bus would have stopped here at Freudstraße. And the first thing we're going to do is just get rid of our steering wheel. Now, press the ALT button on your keyboard, and let's pick a timetable. So select the line, and we're going to do 137. And now we need to find one that goes from Bergstraße, or Hannenberg as it's known now, to Falkensee. We want to go right to the end. We're not going to drive this route, I'm just showing you how to set up the IBIS. I might just do 2 or 3 stops. Can't find one yet. Just keep going down the list. You could do Bergstraße to Freudstraße, but we don't want to do that. There we are, got one. Bergstraße to Falkensee, right at the end. Wow. Only 3 minutes to go. Yep, we'll take that. We're going to displace the bus that would have been doing that. Click OK. And I would have thought the bus in front would have been the one to drive off. Okay, fair enough. Oh, where's my timetable? Did I not select the timetable? No. I don't know where my timetable's gone. Now, timetable should be sitting somewhere. Oh, there it is. Sometimes it's down here, right in the corner, behind the dashboards there. But there's it. It landed there. I was worried then for a second. So there we are. So we're due out in a couple of minutes, all the way from Bergstraße. Lovely long route, right to Falkensee train station. I wonder where that bus in front is going. No idea. Should have turned off. Should have drove off by now. Okay, so now we need to set the IBIS, and we better be quick because we've only got a couple of minutes. So first thing to do, press E on your keyboard to get your electrics up. Make sure your bus is in neutral, otherwise it won't start. Click neutral, or press N on your keyboard. And I'm presuming you don't have steering wheels and button boxes, so we'll just, take it as basic. You press M on your keyboard to start the engine. Hold it down and the engine starts. Okay, now let's get the IBIS quickly set. So remember, we are on the 137. So we're going to take line. Okay, click line curves. 13700. It must always be a 5-digit number. Click enter. Now the reason you put the 00 after that is because there might be some special services where you can replace the 00 with other suffixes. Now our route number will be, I believe it's O2. O2, enter, and there we are, Falkensee. And then it should change to our start position. Yep, and that's where we're starting. Okay, right. Now I'm just going to show you the PDF again. Let's check the manual. Now you see line 92 up till the 29th to 9th 1990. We're now doing 137, so if we just scroll down, there's the 137, see? So it tells you there what to put in, 13700. We're going from here, Bergstrasse, to Falkensee. So we just switched it around, and we're route 02. Once we get to Falkensee, we're not going to do the whole trip. But if we get to Falkensee and we want to do the return trip, all you'd need to do is to click the route button on your IBIS and select 01. Okay, right, so we've now got our IBIS set up, we're good to go. Let's just go outside and make sure. There we are. 137, Bahnhof Falkensee. We've got it written on the side. And we're set up on the back. Lovely. That's it. Let's get some lights on, shall we? 1, 2, 3. This is your cab light, this one. We don't want that on. We just double check we've got the lights. Yep. I can put my steering wheel back. Now if you press Shift Y on your keyboard, you'll get some red lines of information at the top. And that gives you your date and time and how late or early you might be. At the moment we're now 2.5 minutes late. But to be fair, when we picked the timetable we only had a couple of minutes to go anyway. So with all the explanation, we're running late. Press Shift Y again, you get more red lines of information. Press it again, you get even more red lines of information. Press it again, all gone. I normally keep at least a couple of lines. That is it, your bus is now set up and ready to go. Press the AFC button, get rid of that. I'm going to select my track IR. There we go. I'm going to press D for drive now. Well, I don't know what that 137 there's waiting for. Now you must put your station brake on whenever you stop. See this little button there? Click that, then you can open the doors. If you don't click it, the doors won't open. It also stops the bus from moving. It acts like a handbrake as well, so it's called a station brake. Close the doors. Remove the station brake. Let's get the steering wheel back on. And let's go. Now I'm using a Logitech G29 wheel with my OMSI. I use the farming simulator button box for all the switches and buttons. And we'll just do a couple of stops. Now when you head to your next stop, there's no automatic announcements on these old buses, so you press the Q button. If you watch, see where it says Bergstrasse? If I click Q on the keyboard, it's now changed to Perlinzer Weg. And that's because our next stop is Perlinzer Weg, and you can verify that by looking at the information at the top of the screen on your two red lines. We're not going to do the ticket machine today. Just a quick setup of the IBIS. So there we are, guys. I mean, it is, you know, pretty simple once you get to know how. There is a learning curve. Do you know what? I want to get some real weather on. Click the little square with the cloud on it. We're in Berlin. Check the box for real weather. Click OK. And there we are. Wow, that's what it's like in Berlin right now. So Perlinzer Weg is our next stop. Put your station brake on, and then you can open your doors.
Sie haben aber ganz schön Verspätung.
Wir sind zu spät, sind Sie schon, oder?
Warum kommen Sie so spät?
Nein, wieder um halb 9.
Station brake off. I'll just do another one or two stops. Yeah, I think we better get some headlights on. Now don't forget, click the Q button to move it forward, and the next stop is Heerstrasse. And again, you can check confirmation of that on your two red lines at the top of the screen. Station brake on.
Hallo.
Look at the GPS, there's somebody else on the map. Toby. station brake on. Open the doors. Wow, that looks a really great scene. I'm going to get a screenshot.
Moin.
Somebody opened the middle doors there, didn't they? Right, so way to sort that one out. Rightly. Now the reason that middle door opened, let me turn my track IR off. The reason that middle door opened, because somebody came in with a pushchair or came out with a baby pushchair. So what we've got to do now, shut this button with a pushchair on it, and hopefully that will close. So that's good that happened, so you can see how to solve that. Right, we're just going to finish off at the next stop. We're holding everybody up behind us. Right, remember, your button. You don't have to do this, by the way, if you're not selling tickets or anything, but it's good to get into the habit. We'll just turn the corner and I'll call it a day there. Alright guys, that was it basically. Just a quick tutorial on setting up the 137 from Hannan to Falkensee. Not much to it. We've got everything in the manual that explains how to do the heating and what all these various other buttons do. But yeah. Hopefully that might benefit somebody. Right, we'll leave it there, and until the next time, take care, cheerio, and bye for now.